said before in like an interview that Max is literally like one of my like best friends in esports, you know, and also like you can probably see from the interview on stage yesterday where he said, "Wow, that was the worst whip I've ever seen," and stuff like that. You know, we just like he's basically like a little brother that's always gonna knack me no matter what I do. So, I mean, it's really nice. He again, as I would say, he's one of my good friends.
Hi everyone, welcome to 1v1. I'm joined by Com, following FlyLev's loss to G2 in the Spotlight Americas tournament. So Com, thanks for joining me here today. How do you feel about kind of the team's performance at the tournament here?
I mean, it was just fun, to be honest. I think for me, this tournament was more of like just have fun and do the things that you couldn't really do on like main VCT, you know? And also just like for me, like I was technically IGLing, so it was just like fun to see like how people reacted to like the things I did and stuff like that. But overall, like I'm just happy to be here at the end of the day, and you know I got to play Yoru, so that was lit.
Nice. How did you feel as an IGL? Do you see that in your future, perhaps?
Well, lately, at least, like outside of this, I guess, I've been playing pretty well. So hopefully, as long as I shoot my gun well, for the most part, I won't have the IGL. But I think at the end of the day, like I do have a lot of leadership traits and stuff like that. So I think later down the line, if that's really what I want to do, I'll do it. But for now, probably not.
I think one of the interesting things about this tournament is that you guys were playing in some best of ones yesterday, which is not very typical in Valorant. Kind of, what's it like playing a best of one versus like a best of three?
Best of ones, I don't know. They feel more like random and you just have fun, to me at least. But definitely don't think they should be like in hopefully ever VCT. I just hope it's always best of three because best of threes is the best way to like kind of know who's the best and stuff. But I think it was fun to do for like an off-season event, and then obviously the best of threes for like these you know, like now like playing with mixed team and all that stuff. I think it's cool overall. Yeah.
And yeah, about that playing on a mixed team. I mean, was this your first time playing on a mixed team?
Yeah, I've. This is the first time. I mean, Lev just told me like you're gonna play in this tournament. I was like, okay, and then yeah, then I just ended up here. So yeah.
So what was that experience like for you? Because obviously you're playing with people that you're not used to playing. So like, what was the prep like, kind of going into this tournament?
Nothing. I didn't even know the map pool going into the tournament. I literally like went into every game just like, you know, just have fun with it, like no matter what. And yeah, I mean, it's honestly cool seeing like I guess the Game Changers team like showcasing their skills. Even though I know it's not like the full-fledged thing, you know, like going into VCT and stuff. I think it is cool to like kind of see all that, and obviously like if I can give them a new perspective on the game and the way like I talk, or like if they show me a new perspective, obviously I think it's good in that way.
Do you feel that you maybe learned some things, have some takeaways from this tournament?
Some, but I was playing on Yoru the most of the time, so I was focused on doing like just the most random stuff with my stuff. And I'm also very appreciative that my team like allowed me to play it and just like kind of goof around and just have a good time, especially coming from like a pretty stressful like VCT circuit to kind of just chill out, not take it too seriously, and just like have a good time. I think it's like really nice, especially for like me when I've gone to like all these events like before and I haven't really had like a real like for fun, you know.
Right. So I wanted to ask you about this off season because you've had a pretty busy off season. You got married. So what's it like? How's married life going so far?
It's nice. I mean, I knew from like the start that I would be marrying Madison, and yeah, I mean the wedding day was awesome. Had all the people that I for the most part wanted there, and was able to just have a great day. You know, well, honestly, like being married, that's kind of like quote unquote the end goal in life, and I'm just like happy to like you know be where I am and also like have still the same ethics and morals that I have.
Hmm. Did you guys have a chance to go on a honeymoon somewhere?
No, we didn't because right after like the wedding, literally maybe like a week and a half after, we had to, or I had to come boot camp, and then whenever boot camp happened, yeah, I just had a boot camp for a while. Hopefully, we can have a honeymoon at some point. I know VCT is a lot longer this season, and then after that is the off season, so like
Hmm.
pretty much no breaks. So we'll see
Yeah.
overall.
Anywhere you'd really like to go if you get a chance for the honeymoon?
Hawaii for
Hawaii.
sure. I really want to take Mass into Hawaii, show her all that. Yeah, just have a good time. Honestly, show her
Yeah,
something new.
nice. So one of the most exciting like off-season developments is that you're going to be playing with Demon1 again.
Hmm.
So kind of what are your feelings about teaming up with him again?
It feels really good. I mean, I think we kind of see even from this tournament, like Max is pretty comfortable already with all the guys, and it's like feels like a well-rounded like team, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it feels really good. I said before in like an interview that Max is literally like one of my like best friends in esports, you know,
Hmm.
and also like you can probably see from the interview on stage yesterday
Hmm.
where he said, "Wow, that was the worst whip I've ever seen," and stuff like that. You know, we just like he's basically like a little brother that's always gonna knack me no
Hmm.
matter what I do. So I mean, it's really nice. He again, as I say, he's one of my good friends.
That's awesome. And then just today, actually, Lev announced the fifth for your
Mm-hmm.
team, nataNk.
Mm-hmm.
Am I saying that correctly?
Yep.
So, kind of, how much have you been able to play with him? Like, what's it like just having him on the team now?
It feels really good. Honestly, it's a different perspective from like I guess like the Europeans perspective and the NA perspective. So it's like trying to find the best mold to like fit all our game styles into one.
Mhm.
But I think with due time, and obviously we have an off-season event coming up in Japan soon,
Mhm.
we'll be really good. And I think everyone knows he's pretty good individually, and he's
Mhm.
just been showing it.
For sure. So yeah, kind of looking forward. I mean, VCT 2025 is about a month away at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of what's next for you as far as like the rest of this off season?
Um, I mean, for me, it's like preparing for this Japan tournament. That's when like you're all full on for real. Like that's when like it starts to matter, I guess, fully.
Hmm.
And of course, like just getting those reps in Japan and just getting the boot camp. Like we're gonna boot camp there a little bit too. Getting all those reps in is pretty big. Obviously, spend some time with family for Christmas. Try to be as like in form and working as you can during
Hmm.
that time. But then after, it's like it's more so like preparing for the first match of VCT, take kickoff day by day because I think kickoff is one of the events that is like just a litmus test for everyone because really all people care about is how you finish the year, to be
Hmm.
honest.
Yep.
Um, so I think, at least in my perspective, it's like use kickoff as like a litmus test of like how you are as a team, how's it feeling, stuff like that.
Hmm.
And then as it goes on from there, you just build.
Hmm. Definitely. I wanted to get your thoughts on like some of the changes for 2025. So
Mm-hmm.
schedule's a lot longer.
Yeah.
Point system is going to work differently, and then of course you guys know that it's Masters Bangkok, Masters Toronto,
Mm-hmm.
Champions Paris. So kind of what are your just high level thoughts on next season?
Um, I'm not sure on the long schedule to be honest, just because I know how lengthy like off-season negotiations are or who's going where or whatever happens in that time. So for me, I'm not really sure how to kind of navigate that like from my perspective.
Hmm.
Um but I think it's also good because I think we get little bits of breaks in between and stuff. Maybe to go back home, see family,
Hmm.
or whatever you want to do.
Right.
Um, what was the other parts of it?
Yeah, just your general thoughts on like the points, the schedule, the
Mm-hmm.
Masters events, Champions.
Um, I'm not sure on like the like. I'm pretty sure split two means less than split one or something like that.
Hmm.
Even though like for us, of course, like we peaked more in split two than split one.
Hmm.
Um, I still don't know if that's like the best course to like kind of do it. Me personally, I still like the full length season where it's
Mhm.
like you can do like you just play everyone there, you go to playoffs, and then you figure out everything from there.
Right.
But I don't know how long that would take to like schedule and like how long the season like it might have to split between two seasons or
Right.
stuff like that. So I don't really know how to like fully navigate it, but
Mhm.
hopefully it gets like to the most optimal.
Yeah, for sure. And then I guess lastly, Christmas is coming up, so I wanted to know what are you wishing for this Christmas?
I think the most obvious thing for me is I want to short-term goals are qualify for events this year. I think that's every person who's in VCT's like goal.
Mhm.
And then after that, it's like I really want to be what you call it, a champion again
Mhm.
because of course I won America's last, or I didn't specifically. We won America's last year.
Right.
Um, and then we won champs as well, right? The year
Mhm.
before with EG.
Right.
Um, I would really want to be like the only person to like hold that title, if that
Mhm.
makes sense,
Yeah.
because I feel like realistically, my career, like I want it to be known as like a really almost like a legacy. I think I said it in
Mhm.
champs too. Like I want it
Yeah.
to be like a legacy.
Right.
No matter how it looks, like that. No matter like what you come from, how as long as you work hard to like get to where you want to be, and like I think I saw in like a football interview or something one day, like
Mhm.
people don't know like the work you put in to get to where you are.
Mhm.
Um, just like people seeing like that process overall,
Right.
and then like I'm being like walking proof of that progress.
Mhm. For sure. Well, yeah, I mean, those are some lofty goals, and
Mm-hmm.
best of luck to you in 2025, and um, you know, hopefully we'll see Lev at a lot of these international events. Thank you so much for joining me,
Thank you.
and yeah, good luck next year.
Appreciate it.